adjusting the video. I have no one to hold the camera, so kind of on my own here. Two screws, which hold the hop adjustment arm in place. Find a BB loader with that groove. Nice to hold the chamber in place. Make sure that camera's on target. So I just took out those two screws. And now the retainer screw. Now the adjustment portion of the chamber comes out. This I just set to the side. The bottom part I just leave there because it really doesn't have to move any more than it is. There's two screws. Two more screws on the chamber itself. Carefully take the screws out. And 1/2 of your chamber. Now on the inside, you'll see all the parts of your chamber mechanism. This part allows for BB feeding. And as you can see, I have a 9-ball bucking along with Newbie's anti-blow-by rings and Newbie's hop-up arm, which I'll get into a little more detail. And inner barrel is PDI. So take these parts out. I'm going to put the camera back down. And now we're left with rings and a bucking. It's a little bit difficult with the rings on. Make sure you remember which ring goes forward and which ring goes back. I modified this bucking and by cutting off the tab so the rings can slide on per Newbie's overview. And take off my other hop adjustment. Here's his arm. Let's see if I get this in the camera. Now the arm came completely flat. I decided to slightly modify the curvature of the arm itself. But this part here was completely straight across. I just used a fine Dremel to more or less shape the arm a bit more for a BB. So now reassembly. First I put the arm on. Make sure it has good movement, not too much, because you don't want it to shift. Bucking. Bucking is extremely important to align properly. You'll note on the inside there's a little rubber tab that aligns with the inner barrel, has a groove. You want to align that perfect. Make sure it snaps in. Press forward. Make sure it has a good seal. Next, you take it and you look in the light while pressing on the bucking and making sure you have a solid nub protruding through the inner barrel. You want to make sure the bucking is not beyond the grooves in which it locks into the chamber. And that's it. Now we replace the anti-blow-by rings very carefully. Sometimes a pain, but gently slide these on. Now my bucking has a little silicone on it, which is making things a bit easier. Water with a little soap is probably more recommended. Now I'll be a little bit of a perfectionist with this, but I like to get things straight and very accurate. All right. Now the front ring is installed proper. You can install the back ring. Just much easier. Just goes on. Now it's time to reinstall the chamber. Inner barrel on the chamber.